shit out of the other teams. Did you catch that?
Say that again, Dan. Just start it over from the top.
I said the Flyers need to start beating the shit out of the other teams.
They need to go undefeated from here on out.
They need to start beating the shit out of each other like Major League. And maybe they'll start playing them.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, welcome to the Quarterback Factory show. Welcome to the Quarterback Factory show. We are watching the Flyers begrudgingly right now, and we are going live 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Here we are. Unfortunately, our main man, the face of the franchise, Brendan Casey 09, is handling some things.
The NBA trade deadline was there, so we had to get rid of him by 3 p.m., so that's why he's not here.
Unfortunately for us, we had to get rid of Brendan. We traded him for this fine Sauvignon Blanc that I'm drinking right now. And it is fine, but I already miss Brendan. I
miss your smell.
And
I miss your tongue.
We also have another man down, our man Sean. He's MIA. We have no idea where he's at. I'm pretty sure his daughter has strangled him to death. He's dead. He's not alive anymore. And it sucks. We're going to commemorate him later on in the show, but stay tuned for that. We got my man Dan, the man, Pots and Pans, Wetzel. That's 2 N's, 2 L's, Dan Wetzel. My man. And we also got Game Time Decision. We didn't know if he was going to make it or not. We might have had a 2-man show today, but luckily we got 3 out of 5, and we got my man Biggie, the
Eagles encyclopedia,
head of knowledge department in this Quarterback Factory show. We are not. I want to make this clear. We are not the Quarterback Factory. We are the Quarterback Factory show. The Quarterback Factory exists on another plane that is the sports world of the Philadelphia Eagles, which we will talk about later. We're not going to talk about that right now. We're all excited to talk about. Just kidding. We're not excited. We're going to talk about the fucking Flyers right now. Oh my God. Go ahead.
You guys watching the Flyers. I'm watching the Phillies and some dude named O'Hop.
All right. So Biggie, you said you wanted to start off with that question. Ask us that question again about you wanted to get our opinions about the Flyers. What was
It's episode 43.
Yeah, there you go.
Flacco and Dan threw out one that honestly it escaped me. I did not even think of it when I was trying to think of people who wore number 43 in Philly sports, and it was Darren Sproles, and I'm like severely angry at myself for not thinking of that first. But I got 2 bust outs, and one is in the spirit of Philly starting next week. One Randy Wolf.
Whoa! Nice name
See, now I wish I had the sound effects. Working tonight.
And then even more of a bust out. A safety who played for the Eagles when they started getting their mojo going with Andy Reid, the Andy Reid era. You guys got any about like 2000, 2001 era before Michael Lewis.
That was going to be kind of my guess.
I want to say it was maybe he might have only been there for a year, maybe 2. But I'm gonna give it to you, Damon Moore.
Remember him? I would never guess that.
Nope. Yeah,
that's a name.
That's
a name only the Knowledge Center has, and that is in your brain.
I don't think of the usual like Darren Sproles. Like who wouldn't think of that? Because my brain.
Yeah, it's the only one I can think of.
Useless information like Damon Moore.
Damon Moore.
That's such a random.
That's amazing. That's amazing, though.
But anyway, those
invaluable to this podcast, by the way. Invaluable. Yeah. That brain of yours.
Only if he was a quarterback, that it would have been really useful. But
number 5 will always remember you.
Oh God. Oh yeah. So the question. So we were, before we hopped on here, we were watching the Flyers and their pitiful.
We had a really good show before we started the show.
Yeah, it was the show before the show. Show before the show. Usually, it's better than the actual show.
Yes.
So I was thinking about this, and I meant to bring it up last show. Totally forgot. I think that was right after the 9-0 loss, right? Was it 9-0? Or was it 1 or something?
It's been pretty much the same since then.
So we're watching 7-2. I think it was 7-3, and
7-3 now. Yeah.
I got to bring it up tonight. So with the Flyers completely shitting the bed the last month or however long it's been, I thought to myself, what was more of a disappointing season, the Eagles or the Flyers? And I know the Flyers still have a ways to go. The Eagles, you have to take into account, obviously, the totality of it with how it ended with Wentz and now him being gone and how he's still here. And, there's more, I guess, of a sample size with the Eagles that can contribute to it being a disappointment. But I'm interested to hear your guys' take on it. If you're still marinating, I can go ahead and give my take on it.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking.
Still marinating? Well,
yeah, still marinating.
I feel like, and I'm probably jumping the gun on this, but my first take is the Flyers, and because of how well they played that year, they were the number 1 seed, right? And I know they did it in the bubble, so they had like that kind of like pre-tournament, the tournament before the playoffs to set the seeding, and they ended up winning.
They went on like a 9 or 10 game win streak right before the bubble.
Yeah.
Just to add that in there.
Yeah.
Right. And that's how they got the 1 seed, right?
No,
they got the 1 seed from this. They weren't in the 1 seed before the bubble. They got the 1 seed from that little mini tournament they had for the top 3 or 4 teams that played for the one, and then they beat out and got them because I think they were like the 3rd or 4th seed going into that.
Yeah.
But they were on the uprise, like Dan said. They had that 9 game win streak to get them up into that.
Really
it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy at that time.
Yeah. And I feel like that, to me, that's contributes to the disappointment part because, everybody was so excited and so stoked on the Flyers when they were doing that. And then everybody was talking about how this dude, Alain Vigneault, am I pronouncing that right?
I don't know.
Coach's last name, Vigneault.
Vigneault. It sounds right to me. Vigneault.
Vigneault. It was like the Vince Lombardi of hockey, like, the next best coach. And Hart was going to take another step and be the best goalie in the league or one of the best goalies. And I mean, it has completely fallen apart.
It really has.
They're like having a bad week. Like, this is bad.
Yeah.
And the Eagles, I mean, like, the Eagles season, I feel like, Wentz, it wasn't like, the year before last year, they were in the playoffs. It ended terribly with Wentz getting hurt. So I didn't really know what to expect. For the Eagles, I was kind of hoping Wentz would come back, but, like, who knew?
Yeah. It's the same thing over and over every year. Oh, we hope Wentz comes back from that injury, and I hope Wentz comes back from that injury, and it's like, oh my God, how many times can you do that?
Right, and I think I had more hope or excitement for the Flyers season. I guess more certainty of of the season.
Yeah, the Flyers definitely raised the bar with the COVID season, with the bubble season. They raised the bar big time.
I would say Flyers are more of a disappointment, and it is still, I don't know how many games are left, but I guess they could still do something or turn it around. But I mean, they're not even in the playoffs right now if it ended right.
I don't think so.
No, they gotta.
We were talking about that.
Yeah, they gotta turn it back up. They gotta do something. I think last episode when we were talking, I was saying something like, hey, it's a streaky game. It's almost like baseball in that sense where you go on streaks. You go on a cold streak and you go on a hot streak. Hopefully the Flyers go on a hot streak at the right time. But like this cold streak they're on is too deep. This is a deep cold streak. It's bad. And I agree with you, Biggie. 100% agree with you. The way they set the bar last year, you had to think like, oh man. The coach, you said it already, the coach and Carter Hart, they were the 2 things that were like certain. Like, yes, we got a ballin' ass coach and we got one of the best fucking goalies in the league. That makes you feel safe. And now this year, especially recently, the past month, it's like, oh my God, Carter Hart sucks now. And Elliott is the best goalie of the team, I think, and he's off and on. He's still himself, I guess. He's not. He has his moments where he's really good, and then he has his moments where it's just like, oh, he's fucking Elliott again. And yeah, but you're right though. The as far as certainties go, I felt like the Flyers were probably right up there with the Sixers, if not better, as far as my hopes of how far they would go this year and what they would do this year. And that they're definitely a much bigger disappointment than the Eagles. And, I mean, I don't want to say much bigger disappointment. Maybe I feel like the Eagles are. I think we can say that because I feel like the Eagles, we're used to them disappointing us more.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have the Flyers raised our hopes like this and then destroyed our hopes the very following season? I mean, Eagles. I'm pretty sure the Eagles have done that. I can count.
Yeah.
I can count probably 5 times in the past 8 or 9 years. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Yeah, and the Eagles, like we mentioned earlier, Wentz got hurt, so that kind of put a damper on what you expected to happen the following year.
Yeah.
Then that led into the draft where we completely just dashed all of our hopes by drafting Rager, who at the time none of us really even knew anything about.
And then Hurts.
Yeah, and then Hurts.
Which everyone was like, why the fuck would you draft Hurts? From the gate they said that, and it came to fruition. Like the worst possible scenario of drafting Hurts came to fruition.
Right. Like
it was so obvious.
Our hopes just kept getting like, I don't want to say there was no hope, but like we just kept getting like knocked down a peg as the year went on, where I didn't have, I was kind of thinking like maybe we all did our record picks. Like I don't think any of us were over 9-7, right? I think I was 7-9 or maybe 8.
I forget. We should bring that up.
I would have picked them to probably finish top 3 in the conference.
Let me find that. See, it should be on our Instagram, right? I should be able to find that. But go ahead, keep talking. I'm gonna find that.
Probably around March of last year or April of last year. I think it was one of the first handful of shows. I think we did it.
Yeah. So I think we're all in agreement that we're all, we'll get Sean and Brendan's take, but I think they'll probably be on the same page as us, where we're more disappointed in the Flyers.
And they started the season out good too.
How I see it is like, if this was 2017 and we're in, 2018, 2019 season, where it was just right after the Super Bowl, it might have been more of a disappointment for us.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But it started the first game. Like the injury, who went out the first game? Was it Malik or was it one of the, it wasn't Brooks the first game, was it?
For Eagles?
Yeah.
Brooks got hurt in like training camp or
preseason, yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. So that's when it started. Like, here we go already.
Yeah.
It just kept going with the injuries, and so there was really I guess there's hype from previous seasons, but it just kept tumbling on us with the injuries.
I think something happened to Lane too in the preseason, and the whole line was dead from the beginning. Yeah, it sucked. It sucked.
So that's, I think, and then with the Flyers, it's like they started great this season too. That's what kept us in it. Like, last year they ended early on their playoff run. Like we everybody wants a championship for this team. We want Giroux to get his we want him to hold that trophy up. But it's like, we gave it kind of like a pass last year with the bubble and stuff like that. This is just me. Like, okay. They did exit a little bit early, but then it was like, the couple beginning of this season felt like they were in the right direction still. But then it's just like out of nowhere they started losing by, they would just kept averaging 3 goals or plus giving up a game, and it was just noticed. I don't know where it went from there. Was it injuries? Yeah. I can't really it's the same team. There's no really big injuries, so I don't know. We will find out. I will get
it's almost like they're having like an internal beef or something, like somebody's banging somebody else's wife or something.
And maybe we don't think the coach of who he he did. Who knows? Of his past too. I think who knows if it went the same way with him before. So I know he was a good coach, but maybe he did have this in the past, you know?
Somebody brought up on the radio, I forget what show it was on. It might have been in Gargano's show, but they were talking about how it seems like hockey coaches are like on average 2 to 3 years tops. Like that's the lifespan of a hockey coach, because there's no other in no other sport can a hockey coach be like what's happening right now, just like up here one day, the one season, and then like the guys seem like they hate them the next season.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
A new guy, and it happens all over again. Like they bring in the new guy, and he's top dog and got him motivated, and then the next season the same thing happens again. It's pretty bizarre.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get your opinion on it.
Yeah, definitely disappointing in Flyers, man, because like I want to see them to pull it off. We need a Stanley Cup. The last time we won was
70s.
70s.
Yeah,
it's like it's crazy, man. And I'm sick of it. Like we're having these good teams, but they need to start. When it's time to go. Like it's just with all Philly sports, it seems like you have the team, but there's just always this damn missing piece. Like one year it was the goalie. If we had a goalie, and then we went and got that crazy-ass Brizgalov, if I said that correctly. His crazy ass was supposed to be a savior. It's just like, man, I don't know. It just sucks that one year it's like, yeah, they're great, but there's always that one fucking team that is like, where am I going with? I'm going with it like when the Eagles play like Tampa Bay, like that kind of like they get put out by a stupid team when they should have won it that year. It's like the same thing with the Flyers. Like there's years where they should have won it. They're just missing that one piece. So do they need to bring somebody in, or they fired Hextall and Hostall, the coach. And hopefully they make that happen, but it seems like, I don't know, maybe they held on to Giroux too long. I don't know, man. I was hoping more out of this team. And it's still, I don't know how long the season's going to last, but how much longer they have. They're not technically out of it yet. They can, a couple teams can jump them. That's where they're at right now, but they're going to lose tonight.
It's like how long it's been like this, if you want to even call it a slump. I don't know if a slump lasts this long or if this is just what they are now. I don't know. Or it's just,
I think we've seen it in the past though.
Yeah, and how bad they've looked like in these couple games where they're getting smoked.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
not only they're losing, they're getting smoked. You're right.
Yeah. So.
I mean, they're still above 500. That's the positive I guess you could take out of this.
Right.
But it could be
there's a chance.
Yeah, maybe. But there's a couple teams can drop them out. So from looking at it now, it would be, the boiling point if the Sabres jump them. Because the Sabres are definitely the worst team in this division, the East Division. So I doubt that's going to happen, but...
So the Sabres have jumped up there close to jumping the Flyers?
No.
I was about to say. I know the Sabres were the worst, and we beat them.
I
know we struggled to beat them the last time we played them, but...
So the division right now goes Sabres, they're in the last in the division. Sabres, Devils, Rangers, and Flyers.
Oh, man, we're that low?
So, yeah.
And we're about to lose to the Rangers. We're playing the Rangers right now, aren't we?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's only 9 teams in this division, but... Yeah, they're playing the Rangers tonight. So the Rangers are going to be 14-14 after this game. We'll go down to 15-14. Points wise, where are the points at?
Oh, we got plenty of 1-pointers.
So we're tied in points
What's
right
up,
now.
Kev? Kev said, "Boo, hockey talk."
So
we're on the tail end of hockey talk.
I'm done with this. Yeah, I'm done with this. But the Rangers might jump us today.
Oh, now there's a fight. At least there's a fight happening. At least
what I said earlier.
There's finally showing.
That's the best part of hockey, except for when they don't show it.
Oh, they broke it up early. Bunch of big.
All right, let's
Of
get
course.
off this. But we already, disappointment for all of
So,
us.
well,
for sure.
the next topic we definitely want to talk about that we're all excited about is some crack of the bat, pitchers and catchers, dollar dog nights, and all that spring hype that we're all. I feel like honestly, the hype is kind of just dragging out for me now. Like I was hyped for it when it first happened. We saw that first Bryce Harper's first at bat, boom, home run, crack. And now just recently we saw JT's first at bat, boom, crack. Whoa, this is awesome. And now I'm just like, oh man, it's not real baseball yet. I need some real baseball. And I want to go to a game. No, I don't even want to go to a game because I don't want to pay fucking $100 for a nosebleed seat. I will go to the parking lot and chill out. I will totally go to the parking lot and chill out with some homies and grill up some Blanco burgers and have a good time and listen to it on the radio or something and try to hear the crack of the bat because you can hear that crack of that bat, especially if Bryce Harper hits it from outside the fucking CBP.
They put up a 12 spot, so that's good to see.
It was 12-7, now it's 12-10.
Well,
it's all dudes who won't even be here anymore.
Yeah,
it's still spring training.
Yeah, like I said, some dude named O'Hop on the Phillies.
But all I want to know is
maybe
our a fine selection of hops. All I want to know is our bullpen is better than last year's, and I guess by laws of physics and addition by just not being the same as last year. Addition by last year being the very bottom of the barrel. So I guess we have to be better than last year. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for this Philly season, especially with talking about the Flyers and how disappointing they've become so far. Unless they turn it around or whatever. But hey, hopefully we get some winning Phillies and get some red Octobers. That's what we want. That's exactly what we want.
The bullpen is going to be. The bullpen has to be better. They can't get any worse than last year. They were for a while there, they were like the second to worst bullpen in Major League Baseball history. Baseball's been around since like the 1800s.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And they lost maybe 20 games because of the bullpen last year. Cost them 20 games, maybe.
Easily. Now I think Archie Bradley is a huge addition. The lefty closer, it's escaping my mind right now. Jose
Alvarez.
Alvarado, maybe.
Maybe it's that.
My man.
Friggin'
El Dorado.
Dude, that's a cannon.
100 miles an hour. I would not get in that guy.
Wow,
Get off my plate. Get off my plate.
Yeah. I don't remember the last time the Phillies had somebody that threw 100 miles an hour since probably Billy Wagner.
Oh my!
What's that?
Nice name drop.
What's that quote from Major League? He's like, "It's my kind of team," or something like that. What do they say?
Team, Charlie.
Yeah, my kind of team, Charlie.
Yeah. So no, I'm excited. I mean, our division is probably the toughest in Major League Baseball.
It's kind of a mirror of hockey.
Yeah. But baseball can also be weird like that, where you get they just gel together and.
Bryce Harper is he's ever since he got signed. Obviously, it was the biggest signing in one at that time in the history of baseball.
Yeah,
and you wonder what it's gonna be, but that dude has been 100% locked in. He is Philly. He has made himself.
I never met.
He has made himself a Philadelphian.
So happy.
Yeah, he's him. I look at him and Embiid in kind of the same regard. Those dudes are just 100% Philly. Like when it's going bad, they can handle it. You know what I mean? When it's going bad, they can handle it, and when it's going good, they can really handle it. They have the fans. They have a lock in. They have a sort of understanding with us. That not many athletes do in Philadelphia. As we all know, we've seen athletes flake out. Carson Wentz being one of the most recent, which sucks. But I talk about somebody who fans had his back and all of a sudden he flakes out anyway. But not neither here nor there. Bryce Harper is absolutely 100% Philly.
Yeah,
I love that dude. I love that dude so much.
I totally agree.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like nothing gets them down. Like, Washington winning a World Series, and it's like,
that sucked.
Like, I mean, I know it's probably in the back of his mind, but he's still keeping this positive attitude for Philadelphia, and it's great to see. He comes out, he wants to play ball.
I'm sure that paycheck helps.
I mean, we all wanted Machado, but you better be right that Machado would not be this like positive in Philadelphia. Maybe I'm wrong, but
his Machado's.
I think the way I mean, obviously Bryce Harper is a great athlete or whatever, but I think his attitude is like it's a 1 in a million type thing. Like you don't get that out of many athletes.
Like I got my money and fuck y'all. That's
Machado knew exactly what he was doing too. That's why he ended up in San Diego. Like he knew he wasn't going to come to New York or Philly or Boston, like any Northeast city like that, to where we're going to appreciate him because the dude has all the talent in the world. But like, the first time he's also got, I guess, what are the kids saying these days? Swag or whatever.
Yeah. No, well, not anymore. I think the people who say swag are getting old now. So I think the kids these days are saying something different. So swag is something. It's an old term now.
Well, that's how old I am. I didn't know that.
Same here. Kevin, snag 215. My man Kevin. He says because he's a little bit behind when I mentioned Carson Wentz. I want to bring this up. Kevin is he had an excellent call that we played a while back about Doug Peterson. That was great. But
that was definitely great.
What people don't know about my buddy Kevin is he's a Folesian. He's part of the Folesian Society, and he just commented.
Folesians.
Yeah, he just commented. Folesians will never die. The Folesians are immortal now.
They are.
Since Carson has flaked out, Folesians are immortal.
You need dragon glass.
Oh, they got all the fuel.
So he commented when I mentioned Carson Wentz. He said, "LOL, not Big Dick Nick," because he wanted to bring that up, and that's okay. You can we this is the Quarterback Factory show. That kind of shit is allowed.
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyway, go ahead.
I mean, going back to Bryce. I mean, he was made for this team.
Yeah.
And I hope, he struggled his first year, and I think the contract and getting signed so late didn't, help. Last year he was pretty locked in. It was a weird season because it was short and all that. But like, I don't know his stats off the top of my head, but I remember him being pretty locked in and definitely being way better than he was the first year.
Yeah.
But I mean, if this division being this good. Obviously we need the bullpen to be good and the starters to be good, but like we really need MVP type Bryce Harper back, and for a full season and just being MVP Bryce Harper, and that will if that happens, I don't see how we're not in it until the very end with a good chance to get in.
Yeah. Kevin said Foles for life. But yeah, Kevin, if you got a comment about Bryce Harper and the Phillies, please do chime in. We'd love to hear what your thoughts are about baseball. We should go tailgating. I want to see you again soon too. But that's fucking excellent points, Biggie. I concur with all that. I'm excited for baseball just to see, because I feel like this Phillies team is still kind of in like they're still kind of in that cocoon phase, maybe sort of coming out of the cocoon this year, hopefully. And with the whole, this is what Bryce's third year now, with the second year being the COVID year. I feel like now we can start. Now they hopefully if everything's going well. Obviously with the pitching staff and everything, all the pieces around Bryce Harper. Obviously it's centered around Bryce Harper. Hopefully everything is gelling, and hopefully everything, like you said, anything can happen in baseball if teams gel together, and that's all I hope for. I want to see the Phillies shine, man. We need that in this town. It's one thing to have, obviously, for the Eagles to shine, they got to get that Super Bowl, and they did. Yeah. They went and got that. So for the Eagles to shine again, they gotta become successful at least, and we know that's probably not going to happen this year. But you never know. You never fucking know with football. That's another one of those things. It's like anything could fucking happen, but none of us are hopeful for that shit. But with the Flyers being as disappointing as they are, and with the Sixers ho-hum, this might be a segue, I don't know, with the Sixers ho-hum trade deadline, even though the Sixers are definitely going to make the playoffs, obviously, hopefully they can hold on to that number 1 seed, but we'll see what happens in the playoffs. I hope the Phillies can just kind of tie it together, just the Phillies can have a real successful season on top of whatever the Sixers do, and who knows how the Flyers end up, even though it's not looking good. These 3 teams can sort of really balance the seesaw of how bad we're expecting the Eagles to be, is kind of what I'm getting at. And it's a great thing to be in a 4-for-4 sports town. It's the one thing that sucks about being in a 4-for-4 sports town is when all 4 of your teams suck, and that is just a fucking drag. And that happens sometimes. It happens, but every team has had their moments. Sometimes one team has their moments and then all the other 3 teams don't. But that you want more than one team to have some moments. And right now I'm hoping for 3 teams. This is what was my hope for this year, is the 3 teams that are not the Eagles to really just carry the weight of the pride of the city. And, it might not be turning out that way, but still, we could still get 2 out of 4. 2 out of 4 ain't bad. That's not a Meatloaf song, but...
Yeah, we were kind of spoiled through, like, the 2000s, and, every
Andy
team was in the
Reid
playoffs.
and the Phillies.
Like,
oh, my God.
Everyone was good, all in one bunch, and it was, like, nothing spread out.
Yeah.
Everybody was... Maybe the Sixers at one point, but... When they were doing the process, but other than that, like, everybody was year after year in playoffs, and we would just bounce from one playoff to another in each sport. It was great.
Yeah, we definitely were a little spoiled. I remember the days, but we get brought back down to reality pretty quickly.
They all fell off.
We've been there so often.
At least our generation, we grew up in the dark era of the Eagles, in the, before the 2000s, the 90s, and at least I was born in the 80s. I can remember the 90s, pretty much all the 90s, and 90s was not a great time for Philly sports. It's not a good decade for Philly sports.
Yeah, I wasn't really, like, old then enough to really be into it.
Yeah, I was old enough to know about it and collect cards and to know what's going on and to know that my team sucked, but I was also
great, like,
I was also young enough to just, like, be into anything else and not really care.
Back in the day, it was, like, great, like, you had great players. Like, we were just watching the movie Little Big League, and, like, Ken Griffey Jr. That fucking swing was it's just. I love Griffey, man. I love Griffey. And you could be a fan in the 90s of people like that.
Yeah.
Frank Thomas.
When you were a card collector and shit. Yeah, I used to have
collecting cars. It was there, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. For a little breaking news, the Phillies just had a walk-off single to win it 12.
Nice. Who walked it off?
Good stuff.
Nobody.
Ain't gonna work here no more after that.
not gonna work here.
Johan Rojas.
Oh, he's not gonna work here no more. He's done.
Number 98.
Thanks for your walk-off spring training. 98.
Go back down to Reading.
What is he, a right tackle?
It looks like he'd be more of a wide receiver. Or a baseball player.
All right, so I mean, we got we don't have to hit on baseball too much. The Phillies look somewhat promising, but
we'll hit on that next week because they open up next Thursday.
Nice.
Snag 215 says,
it's against Atlanta too. Oof.
That's the opener.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That might not be the home opener, but it's the.
But that's the season opener.
Season opener, yeah.
When is it?
Right.
Next Thursday.
Wow, we're coming close. Now I'm getting excited again because now it's close. Because I know the past 2 weeks we were talking about how excited we are for Java's coming downstairs again. The past 2 weeks we were talking about spring training. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks we've been talking about it. So now that it's up, now that it's coming in a week. Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm getting excited for it. And Snag 215 says, As a Philly fan, we can appreciate the beauty in the struggle, and I love that quote. He says that all the time, but I love that quote. There's always beauty in the struggle, and as a Philly fan, we should understand that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it could be worse. You know,
That's what makes when we win so much sweeter.
Oh yeah.
Could definitely be worse for not pulling anything away. But
let's now that we got through the Flyers and the Phillies talk, let's talk a little bit of hoops.
Well, before we do the hoops and the football, why don't we just start with transition
let's
with the
go
calls,
to the calls.
and then we'll go.
Oh, wait, hey Kevin, you wanna call the number real quick and leave a message, and we'll play it on air before we play the caller segment. You see the number on the screen, 215-436-9389. I'll give you a moment to call and leave a message. Just kidding. We're going to just play the message. No, you have a moment because we'll start. We got a few messages. So if you... I have to turn the phone on. We all have a moment right now because I don't have that phone on. My brand new phone, or not my brand new phone, but my current phone doesn't have one of those headphone jacks. So I can't plug it in.
Plug it in.
It's good. It's a good drop. It's a good jingle drop. But yeah, let's talk about something else while this phone boots up, and I can play our messages. I'm excited for Phillies. Let's talk. You guys want to talk shit about Brandon and Sean?
Sure.
Those bitches.
I don't know.
I hope everything's okay with them. I know that.
I can attest to shit popping up and not being able to get on more than all of us. So
yeah,
I completely understand.
I mean, this whole show is lucky that it hasn't happened to me. I'm pretty much on a nice set schedule.
I mean, it was when we first did our first attempt at the show. You were like MIA, but
when Riley was younger.
I'll give that to you.
When Riley was younger, in that age, when Riley was younger, it's tough.
Biggie's
that's what Biggie's kind of dealing with that right now because of Noah, and and Sean's job is different hours than us too, so he might be like sleep at this time. This is like his morning time for us, and not to give away everybody's personal information, but I'm pretty sure we all talked about this shit already on other episodes before. But my phone's still booting up. It's just we had a comment early on in the show too from Philly Sports Hub. It said, "You guys want to collab?" Pretty sure he's not watching anymore, but if you are, sure, we'll collab. I'll check you out and see what you do, and we'll try and work out a collab, brother. You want to collab on some NFTs? You guys want to create some NFT waifus?
When our NFTs combined.
Hey, Kevin, you're into anime. You know what a waifu is, right? How about a husbando?
Is that a beef, like Japanese wagyu?
That would be right up our alley if it was. So waifu.
Have you ever had wagyu? Did I say it right?
Yeah, so there's
it all the hype that it's a?
There's this place in Chinatown. I forget what it's called, but they do have
wagyu or wagyu.
We should all go there one day. It's fucking amazing. Have you ever seen those Japanese eateries where it's an automated eatery where you order something and it comes to you on a conveyor belt? The conveyor belt goes around the whole restaurant.
I've seen that before, yeah.
So they have one in Chinatown, and the conveyor belt brings you the food. You order it and it comes to you. You know, you grab, or you don't have to. Oh, I'm sorry, you don't order it. The conveyor belt always has things going by, and you grab something, and they know, based on like QR codes or whatever, they know that you grabbed it, and you automatically get charged for what you grab. It's real automated. Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And but you can also order things. You order special items, and one of the special items they had was the Wagyu, sushi, beef sushi, basically raw beef, but they're really, really really good, expensive. They put gold flakes on it and everything. It's crazy, and it's raw beef. It's super marbled. It's delicious, actually. It's freaking amazing. You eat it like sushi. It's pretty fucking delicious, and we should do that one day. It's a really good experience. I only went there once. Serena, and Serena's a major foodie, and she takes me to all these good places.
We'll have the secretary pencil that in.
Yeah, we'll have to pencil that in. A little QBFS night out. Oh, Sixers start in 4 minutes. Hey, Sixers start just in time for us to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, I hate West Coast games, man.
No LeBron, too. No Anthony Davis. No Embiid. That means no watching.
Yeah. I wouldn't. Honestly, I wouldn't watch it anyway. I mean, unless it was a playoff game, I wouldn't watch this shit. Cause
I mean, if it was at home and it was on, like, it would be ending right now, I would watch, but.
All right, let's get to the caller segment. Before I get to the caller segment, let's
See, people can call about anything. We just leave us
Quarterback factor.
stupid messages.
There we go. There, we're testing out the soundboard. The soundboard's back.
Fuck!
There's Brendan. Good
evening, quarterback factory.
All right, there we go. Satan,
Hey,
our good buddy.
Hey, Satan.
Let's see where he is.
Imagine.
There we go. There it is.
Okay.
All right, now let's get to the caller segment. All right, for those of you who aren't familiar with our show, we have what is called the QBFS stress line. If you see the phone number on the screen, you can call that number and leave a message, and we won't get back to you. But you can leave the message, and we'll play it on air. It goes straight to voicemail. Ain't nobody going to answer that shit. But you never know. Somebody might answer it one day.
I press star 69 and that's you.
I'm star 69. I'm a star 69, yo asses. Nah, but
Why'd you call?
So
On her birthday.
we're entering the stress line segment right now.
QBFS stress line.
Team Film 2021. Appreciate you too, man. Or girl, don't know which one you are, but it's fine. Whatever you are, appreciate you, man. Thanks for
Yeah,
commenting.
you still gotta send me this so I can put it as my ringtone. That's a dope ass beat.
Thanks, Team FLM 2021. Thank you. All right. The callers. Let's see. How many callers we got today? Oh, we got a good amount of callers today. A few of them came after the trade deadline. No wonder. All right, here we go. First caller earlier this morning. It's fucking Donald again.
Can't really understand them.
What'd he say?
Play it again.
I don't know.
Sound like Joe Flacco, you little bitch.
Something
Play it
about
one more
I
time
did
now.
I could tell the last word was bitch. You little bitch. All right, next caller. This looks like a good one.
Hello. I like rusty spoons.
Oh my god.
I like to touch them. The feeling of rust.
That's all fingers.
Salad fingers.
It's almost orgasmic.
Thanks for calling, Salad Fingers. Oh my god. I've been a fan for a long time, Salad Fingers.
We gotta get him on the show.
I'm glad he called in. Thank you, Salad Fingers. All right.
Oh,
Next caller.
Daryl Morey.
see.
If this is all you got, bringing in George Hill to get this team over the hump and at least into the conference final or further, I mean, you're a fraud because you're bringing this 34-year-old point guard that played 14 games and now you trade away probably your third or fourth best player that you traded a busted-ass Zaire Smith for that you got in a Phoenix Suns trade as part of the process. But, hey, it's the nature of Philadelphia. Well, let's see. You got a couple hours, I think, left. Let me check the time. Yeah, still got some time.
Nope.
We'll see. We can pull off.
There's no more time.
No more time.
Let me check the time. There's no more time. Yeah, I agree with that caller, man. Oh, you said goodbye, or he said goodbye. I'm sorry, I talked over that last caller.
That's fine.
I
It's
apologize.
fine.
But
Not much left.
I agree with that caller. Like it's a yawn. It's a ho hum. We definitely expected something. Definitely something more than this. I don't know who George Hill is or anything about it, but I know that who do we give away? Bradley.
Yeah.
I know.
Bradley,
I know.
Ferguson.
I know one thing. I know one thing is, a lot of us were up on Bradley as a bench player, coming in for Embiid, right? That's what he came in for Embiid.
Yeah.
And we weren't the only ones up on him. The teammates were up on him. Teammates were tweeting about him. Was it Tobias that tweeted about him, or somebody else tweeted about him? Might have even been Embiid. I don't remember, but somebody on the team tweeted about they want to see more Bradley, and I feel like I don't know. I don't know anything about George Hill. I have to look him up. I have to do some research on what
he is what he is, man. He's going to be a solid coming off the bench. I mean,
Take off.
veteran presence.
I just
good
know.
shooter.
I just know
Again,
the team was up on Bradley, and we were up on Bradley. I know Bradley was doing pretty good, especially with Embiid's little knee issue that he had. So I don't know.
Okay, well, I guess we can go into it a little bit more if we want after the calls.
After
Just
the
finish
calls,
the calls
yeah. But I agree with that caller. I like that caller. He's a friend of mine.
What's more, you'll receive a vacation voucher of 3 days and 2 nights. Also on the web at causeforkids.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Remember, that's cars with a K.
Cars with a K. Well, now that song is on all of our heads for the rest of the show. 1-877 Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate.
All right, before we go on to
somebody donates to that, they need to pay us because
they're not going to pay us, Dan. They're a nonprofit. All right, so before we go to the next caller, we got a comment from Josh Lynch. You guys know Josh Lynch? Neither do I. Josh Lynch, thank you for commenting. He says, how long before Howie benches Hurts? Us being the Quarterback Factory show, we have to answer this question.
Doesn't that just tell you everything you need to know though? That even our fans are like, they don't even mention the coach. They just go.
Yeah. I love the question. In a normal circumstance, in a normal football hierarchy, this would be such a nonsensical question. But in the Quarterback Factory that is the Philadelphia Eagles, this question has merit. And we have to,
especially if he drafts another QB on top of.
Oh, this city's gonna explode.
Dude, we're gonna get we're gonna get a QB in the second round.
Oh,
I know it's very unlikely we're not getting a QB. We're not going to get
Jalen Hurts.
I know that's what I'm saying. I know it's unlikely we're going to get a QB at 6, but second round comes along and we're going to get another Jalen Hurts to look over Jalen Hurts' shoulder. But I don't know, like
it's going to be bright.
Having Flacco, especially with Flacco's press conference about Flacco said I don't fucking mentor nobody.
Yo, his press conference.
I don't fucking mentor. Yeah, yo,
straight savage.
Yo, it was supposed to be the most boring press conference. Nobody was supposed to tune in. We didn't even talk about it. None of us said, "Hey, Flacco's got a press conference today. Let's all tune in." None of us cared. I just happened to see the notification on my phone that the Eagles went live. Like, oh, let me check it out. And I'm glad I listened because Flacco was like, nah. They were like, are you gonna mentor Hurts? He's like, nah. I'm competing. I got incentives. I got about $6 or $7 million in incentives, and I'm gonna compete for this job.
We might help each other out in the quarterback room.
Yeah,
if bullshit.
I haven't seen any of it, so that's great.
If he wants to be mentor, I mean, I'm paraphrasing like hardcore. I'm very much taking it over the edge, but in a nutshell, he basically said that no, I'm not a mentor. I am here to compete and bring fire to this QB room. And
I literally lost it when he said, "We're gonna win a ton of games."
Yeah, we're gonna win a lot of games this year.
It.
We're gonna win a lot of games this year. Big Sacc Flacc.
Fucking flaxseed ass dude.
That is a great nickname. Oh my god, that might be better than Big Dick Nick.
It's
It's
hey,
close.
depends
I
on what
said that
happens.
to Blanco earlier. I was like, that's a great
It
friggin'
depends.
name, man.
It depends on what happens. I got to give credit to the comment section of the live video of the YouTube when in the comment section of the YouTube of the live video of the Philadelphia Eagles presser for Flacco, for any presser, it's nonstop. Fire Howie, fire Howie, fire Howie, fire Howie, fire Harry, fire Harry, and then you get a random like, why should we fire Howie in there? And then it's like fire Howie, fire Howie, fire Howie, fire Howie, and then in this one there was a little bit of other thing, and there was one big sack Flacc in there. It was like right after he said that too, and I was like, oh, that's it. So I ran with it. I stole it.
Awesome.
Snag 215 says
what?
Howie
It's
needs to be
like-
benched and bottled, and
Dude,
Snag says Flacco might have his head on right though. Philly wants a fighter, and I agree 100%.
He had to be like Debo in that interview. Like he was there forever. Because Wentz didn't do that kind of shit, and Flacco was probably like, "Yo, you're fucking paying me this."
Yeah.
Some shit like that. So
I mean, it seems like to me Flacco wasn't fed something, from the Eagle staff, like how you need to say this and say that. Don't say this, don't say that. But he just said, he's like, whatever, Because if I'm Howie, I'm like, look, man. Or if I'm Howie or Lori, I'm like, hey, man, don't. Well, maybe I am. Maybe I'm letting them cause a stir because they make more money when there's a stir in the pot that is Philly media and drama and fans. We love the drama, and so do they. But anyway. Next caller, great question, Josh. Thank you for asking. And you put it.
We didn't really answer it, did we?
The question was how long before Howie benches Hurts, and it's a very, very. I think the answer.
He needs to start first. Yeah.
He needs to start first. That is the best answer. He has not been named the starter yet, so we'll see if he starts.
TBD.
Yeah, it might be week 0. That's basically the answer. It's we're leaning towards week 0. Good answer, Dan. It's the best answer that we could possibly come up with right now. And thank you, Josh, for the question, and thank you, Kevin, aka Snag 215, my man. He said Big Dick Nick got us a chip, and he said exactly, Blanco. I think he was talking about what you said, Dan, about the Hurts ain't the starter. Anyway, next caller. We got a couple. We only got 2 more calls, so we're almost done. Next caller. Oh, it's our buddy. It's our guy.
Hey guys, it's me, Brendan. Sorry I couldn't be on the show tonight. I'm still fucking working. Let's run down the Philadelphia sports. Well, the Flyers fucking suck.
This was an hour and a half
ago. The Eagles brought in a 36-year-old backup quarterback, Super Bowl MVP. No, not Nick Foles. We got the Flacc attack, Joe Flacco, coming in for $500 million fucking dollars. It seems like that the Jets didn't even want as their backup quarterback. The Jets. That's right. Hopefully, Nick Foles 2.0 will lead us to the promised land once Jalen gets hurt. Sixers, why do you give me such agita? We're not at the top of the hill. We didn't get Grant Hill. Not even Tyrone Hill. We're going with 34-year-old George Hill, which does nothing fucking for us.
Oh, man.
Way to drop the ball on that one, Sixers. Enjoy your second-round exit. Fucking Phillies better be good. And to top it all off, just before I called, somebody at my work just told me to stick to football because I know nothing about fucking basketball.
Ooh.
So, happy fucking Thursday!
Ooh. I love that. That was amazing, Brandon. Absolutely miss you, brother. Absolutely miss you.
Dallas
Cowboy Chris?
Cowboy. I was going to say, what was his name?
Was it Cowboy Chris?
Had to be. Well,
Cowboy spelled with a K. And Chris also spelled with a K.
Cars for kids. Perfect.
1877 cars for kids. Oh my god.
Yes, Cowboy.
Yeah,
Chris.
I love it. I love Cowboy Chris.
Oh my goodness.
That's good.
That is
man.
good.
We gotta
The
post.
jingle
We gotta
next
post
year.
that dude in his tight ass
Next week,
shorts.
the jingle that will be a jingle.
He really wears tight shorts.
Kevin said blasphemy. I think he was referring to the Nick Foles 2.0 comment that Brendan said. But I fucking absolutely 100% love that Negadelphi and Brendan is back because there was like one whole year of positive Brendan, and look what happened. Look how it worked for us. No, we don't want that anymore. So, I love the fact that we got Negadelphi and Brendan back. He's gonna drop all the shit on these teams. Every little bad move they make, he's gonna point it out, and we are going to blast it. Blast it. I love it. I love that message. I would play it again, but it was a little long, and I want to get to the next message. We got one more caller, but yeah, Brendan should be back next episode, maybe, unless he's still building that crib. All right, we got one more message. Let's hear it.
First of all, old ass news is not swag anymore. It's drip. Get with it. Second of all,
Wait, hold on.
like the combo. Don't give a.
Wait, it's what?
First of all, old ass news is not swag anymore. It's drip. Get with it.
Drip?
Second of all, I like the combo. Don't give a shit about hockey. Don't give a shit about baseball because let's be real, I'm black. But I was just saying, as a Philly fan, one thing I learned, Blankers can attest to this, is life too. There's beauty in the struggle, you know. You win some, you lose some. You appreciate the good times. It helps you get through the bad times. At least as a Philly fan, we have some good times. Peace.
Words of the wise right there. Thanks, Snag. Thanks, Kevin. Love you, man.
That's so wise. It
was too positive.
He brings
for us,
his donkey up the mountain with his sack.
Wait, so let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning of that, right?
First of all, old ass news is not swag anymore. It's drip.
Drip? Kevin, please comment. Is it drip? D-R-I-P? Is that what it is?
I have heard that.
So he has Kevin has teenage daughters, or at least one teenage daughter and one about to be teenage daughter.
Oh my goodness, we're about to have a guest appearance.
So I think I think we're about to have our first drip. We on the drip right now.
No, that was a hell of a message for there, boys.
Yeah, Kevin said it's drip. What's up, Brand? Welcome back.
It's drip.
Welcome to the Quarterback Factory Show. What's your drip? What's your drip?
My drip. I don't have any drip.
You got drip.
My
you got
eyes.
that. You got that monster drip. We got that monster drip. Where's that monster drip at?
I see that. I don't see Mike or Blanco. I see Dan. That's all I need to see.
Hey.
Dan.
So it's just us two.
We see you.
But we see you just dancing around.
Yeah. My phone's going to die, but I just wanted to chime in.
Who's going to die first, your phone or you?
Probably me.
You just got home from work.
I'll put the over-under on me at about 8.5 minutes.
I'd take those odds.
I'd take those odds any day. You know what I'm saying? You guys heard my message, but that's how I'm kind of giving that breakdown. Honestly, I think let me just comment real quick on the Sixers trade deadline and all the other trades that went down. I definitely think that. Yeah, I definitely.
Wait! You don't know basketball.
Was
it Cowboy Chris? Was it Cowboy Chris that said that to you?
No.
That's what we were guessing. We were guessing it was Cowboy Chris.
Mike Scott is playing.
It wasn't.
See?
Sorry, I had to get that in there.
First. Yeah, first of all, how did that
Mike Scott ain't no bitch.
Deadline?
Steph Curry's back. That's awesome.
Go ahead,
Brandon.
Brendan, sorry. Go ahead.
As far as the trade deadline goes, I think George Hill is honestly I told you guys earlier he was definitely a good fit for this team. He's going to come off the bench. He's a secondary ball handler. You don't have to always rely on Shake Milton as being, or as I like to call him, Shake Aguilar, trying to take over the games. And he's a shooter. Yeah, exactly. Who tries to do too much and fucks shit up when he doesn't do anything good. But he's a good addition. Like I said earlier, he was going to tweak the roster. He wasn't going to gut it. I mean, I'm happy that they stuck with what they have, and I'm happy. I'm really good. I'm happy that they stuck to their guns with Matisse Thybulle. You got to keep him and Maxey and all, but man, it's hard to put them up against Brooklyn, pound for pound, with their firepower and think that they're going to advance against them. It's just tough because, I mean, Brooklyn, obviously they have Durant and Harden and Kyrie and Blake Griffin, and they got M. Night, don't they? M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, no way.
So,
M. Night Shyamalan. They probably do.
Shamalama. What a twist.
So, yeah,
Did
all I'm saying
they
is that
get JJ or wasn't there a?
no, he went to the Mavericks.
Mavericks,
He went to the Mavericks.
yeah,
Oh,
Dallas.
that's good. Fuck that.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
went
that's
to the
good.
Mavericks.
Good stuff. Cause fuck
But-
Brooklyn.
Yeah. So, look, the Heat did get better with Oladipo going to them, with Jimmy Butler.
They just
But
lost
I still
tonight
think Sixers are better than them.
to Portland. They just lost.
Yeah.
But that
I
was
still think the
with
Sixers are better than them. I still think in a 7-game series, with Embiid, they're better than the Bucks. It's as Brooklyn is the one to stand in their way. I don't think they can. That's why you needed Lowry in here. You needed that other scorer, that other killer. Like when we had Jimmy Butler a couple of years ago, he was a killer. He was a dog. He would come in here and he was like in essence like a Kobe. Like he'd come in and rip your fucking heart out. You know. So he's a dog, and yeah, we got Embiid's a dog, but I mean, you just need that other guy, in my opinion, and a guy that's going to score. He's going to rip your heart out with that 3 at the end of the game. And that was Lowry. And that was Jimmy, and that's what they needed. And they don't have that.
Like Lowry.
I just don't see. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping they stack up just as, if not better than Brooklyn offensively. But right now, Brooklyn's right behind the Sixers. What are they? A game behind the Sixers right now, and that's just Harden. They haven't even all played together yet. With Durant and Harden and Kyrie and Blake Griffin, and they're only a game behind.
I hope
us.
they're worse when they play together.
So that's the only
buyout thing or whatever they call that thing.
Yeah, I mean you can get. I mean there is stuff going on right now. I mean still the veteran buyouts. So I mean.
They said he's a free agent at the end of the season.
LaMarcus Aldridge is getting bought out by the Spurs, but he's already saying he wants to go to the Heat. And honestly,
imagine
if Kyle Lowry in this offseason is a free agent, he goes to the Lakers, then his Philadelphia card has been revoked. He's never allowed to come back here again without getting booed. Yeah, he's dead. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I mean, obviously there can still be. Yeah, exactly.
You said dead,
there
so
still
Satan
can be buyouts
came in and laughed.
Yes, he's still laughing down there. It's like, Joe Flacco.
I've had his soul since 2007.
Yeah, God. No, I think that they honestly, it's going to be tough now. It is. It's going to be tough for them to compete up there with Brooklyn. It really is, and I hope I'm wrong.
Well, now we got to watch and see.
They only lost 1 game without Embiid. I honestly think they lose tonight. Honestly, what's the score? I don't even know. Mike, are you watching?
It's a 10 o'clock game. Never gonna know what the score is.
Actually tied or winning.
It's real early. It's first quarter still.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I thought it was like Scott was playing.
And nobody's playing tonight too, right? No LeBron, no Embiid, no anybody. Not gonna work here anymore. Isn't
not any another.
Not to be a negative Nancy,
nada.
but I am kind of glad they didn't get Lowry, because, I mean he wasn't going to be the Lord Savior and come in here and just take this team. It's just my opinion. He never did it. It took a whole revamp of that to get Kyrie. Leonard over there. They had Gasol, one of the brother Gasols. They just loaded that team. Give me his points average for the seasons. When did he ever make like he's this great basketball player? I'm not saying great, but I'm not.
He's Mike Lowry.
I mean, granted, we like Don because he's from the area and stuff like that. And he's a good basketball player, but
it was his birthday today too, wasn't it?
Like I said, I mean, to each his own on this, but I don't think he would have came in here and we would have automatically we're going to beat maybe they would have got some more of with it, but
It was his birthday today too. Happy birthday,
I just
Mike
don't
Lowry.
see him being like this all great player that would have just brought this team over the top. So
I think Brandon needs to
just
eat
put
dinner.
my sense in there. Now,
Yeah.
go ahead, Brian.
I think I don't disagree with you. I mean, historically, you don't make a really big
When did he
trade
put
at
a
the
team
trade
on the back
deadline
in the
to a
playoffs?
contender who's in first place.
Another question I have is,
since the start,
I have a question real quick. If we got George, what's his name?
George Bush
Sr. on our team, right? And he's a good ball handler to come in instead of Sacc. Why the fuck didn't we get rid of Sacc?
contracts.
The fuck? That's all I had. I didn't expect. I expected an answer like that, like an obvious answer like that, but I just wanted to say it.
Yeah, it's.
The Sixers were a triple dunk on by going into overtime and maybe beating Toronto. So I don't know. It's like I said, I'm glad they didn't pull it because he wanted $50 million for 2 years.
Yeah,
and to give him that, like it's a lot. And then there was the rumors that it was Maxey and maybe 2 first-round picks. I maybe be corrected on that, but that's what I heard. So I don't know. I'm not.
Bye, Brad. I think his phone died.
Yeah, this team is built how they are right now.
Biggie, come to your left or your right. Yeah, that's good.
There you go. So, hey.
Brandon's
Brandon.
Brandon's phone must have died. We talked over your Brandon. We're sorry. That's what we do at the Quarterback Factory Show.
Hopefully he got his point in. So
I think he did.
I didn't mean to jump on it like that.
He got his point in on the call, and I'm glad he came in and got to talk a little bit more because it's good. Talk a little bit more Sixers because I'm pretty sure he was mad because somebody at work said that he doesn't know basketball.
Yeah.
And we all know when it comes to the Quarterback Factory Show, Brendan is our basketball advisor. He definitely knows what he's talking about when it comes to basketball.
Sure does.
That's why, because I don't really know who George Hill is.
I don't know who George Hill is either. That's why I was like George, and Dan was like Bush, and I was like, yeah, George Bush Sr. Why the fuck do we have George Bush Sr. on our team? I don't know anything about George Hill.
Listen, like I said earlier, he's he's going to be good off the bench, and he could shoot.
That's good.
Veteran.
Good.
I don't know what else to say. I mean, that would have been Brendan. I wish he was still on this.
Yeah, the only thing I can guess at is, maybe Morey didn't want to mess with the chemistry of this team right now. Because honestly, the chemistry of the team is pretty good. You have to look at this. This is the best chemistry-looking team, I guess, since Jimmy Butler. I don't know. Since Jimmy Butler was here, I think it might be a little bit better as far as the chemistry goes. Obviously, we don't have a Jimmy Butler on this team, but I feel like the chemistry is much better. I mean, you can't count out Tobias, man. Tobias is crushing it. Tobias is playing lights out basketball. Like he's playing. Listen, I'll say this: Tobias is playing to the level that he's getting paid for, and that's all we could ask of him. Because before this, and we got rid of the Al Horford contract, before the year started. So I don't know. I'm hopeful. I know that it's like I know it's easy to look on the other side of the fence and see Brooklyn and be like, fuck, man, they're stacked on paper. They're one game behind us and they're not even at full potential yet. Blah blah blah. But you know what, man?
They haven't really faced head to head either. So it's like, how do you really count? Can you gauge?
Yeah,
and
what
situation?
And what kind of chemistry are they gonna have? They ain't gonna have any kind of chemistry. They're gonna have. I mean, yeah, they're ballers. They got a bunch of ballers on that team for sure.
They do.
But let's see what the chemistry adds up to, because I feel like, I don't know, I want to be a Posdelphian right now. I just want to be a little bit of a Posdelphian when it comes to Sixers right now. I want to be. Obviously what I want and what actually happens are usually two different things when it comes to Philadelphia sports. But I want to be Posdelphian, and I want to see this Sixers team. I'm definitely behind this team. I know we all are. We're all behind this team, especially Embiid and Ben Simmons and Tobias, and now Coach Rivers, man. it's been great basketball so far. I want to see it go. I want to see how far it can go, and I hope it goes farther than. I hope it goes far. That's all I can say. I hope it goes.
Yeah,
far.
it was good to I actually listened to a lot of radio today because everything just started popping off, and it's just good, to hear the opinions of the city, and it's just I heard one where Maury's just he wanted to wait to see what this team was. I don't know how true that is, but maybe that was the truth. That's why I didn't pull the trigger on Larry. So
the chemistry of the team has to play into a factor. At the same time, I still kind of question why'd you get rid of Bradley? I feel like he was a good chemistry player. He's a good chemistry off the bench player. But hopefully the George Hill thing. I don't know. Maury's supposed to know what he's doing more than we are. He's supposed to. Yeah. I do like Maury, and I do like the fact that the Sixers brought in Maury because bringing in Maury means the Sixers lost a lot of money. Lost a lot of money by bringing in Maury because Maury's banned in fucking China. And China has a huge market for the NBA. I've been to China, and Yao Ming is on the sides of buses out there, bro. Still, to this day. He's on the side. His big-ass face is on the sides of buses.
How's he fit on it? He's taller than the bus.
Dude, they make it work. They can only fit his face on the bus. They can't fit his body on the bus. Just his face on the bus.
Is it his face from the memes where he's like...
I wish. That would be amazing.
It would in black and white, right?
That'd be amazing.
Black and white.
Yeah. They got a huge NBA market out there in China, and there's two teams that China is not allowed to watch. And then one is the Houston Rockets because of Daryl Morey and his tweets.
Really?
You didn't notice?
No.
So back when the Hong Kong protests were happening, Daryl Morey tweeted something in favor of the protesters in Hong Kong. So China has punished the Houston Rockets for his tweets in favor of the protesters by banning all Houston Rockets games to be televised in China. And China is a huge market for the NBA. China loves the NBA. Obviously it all started with Yao Ming, but they're huge NBA fans. They love LeBron over there.
Yeah.
In Chinese culture, they're huge on success. So any of the real big successful players, they're going to be big fans of over there. So Sixers obviously don't have a huge following over there, but they do have some. They would have some. Obviously, there's people who follow the NBA. Just like here, people follow the NBA they don't have a home team.
The players. They play players, right, to go there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really good.
And they play games there. They play games there too. And every team does celebrations for Chinese New Year and everything. The Chinese market is huge for the NBA. It's massive. It's massive. And the Sixers lost money by bringing in Daryl Morey because.
Wait, so are the Rockets not banned anymore since Morey's not on them?
Nope, they are still banned because they're still banned, and now the Sixers are banned too for being played in China because we got Daryl Morey because we picked up Daryl Morey, and so that's kind of one thing I like. You know what? They had to know that when going into it, bringing him in. All good, Brandon. We know Brendan just commented. Sorry, phone died. Y'all keep killing it. Thanks, Brandon. We know your phone died. We figured we had a memorial for you. Rest in peace.
I hope you got it all in.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I didn't interfere.
Yeah. If you want to leave another comment, we'll read it. Let us know. But,
call the stress line and we'll play it right now.
Yeah, call the stress line, Brandon. Call the stress line. We'll play it right now. But that's kind of one thing. We've all talked shit about the Sixers owner, but that's one thing that I kind of feel like that is more in favor of our market versus any other outside market. Our local market of Philadelphia. So hopefully that speaks to our market. The size of our market is at least sustainable enough. I don't know. I don't want to talk too much good about owners of professional teams, but I feel like that is kind of one of the positive things in their favor, despite being banned on an entire country market, a huge market. The one thing you can also say is we probably don't have a big market over there in China as Sixers in general, but hey, maybe being banned in China will give us a bigger market over there because you know how being banned works. But anyway, I digress. We're done. We're talking about that. We haven't talked about Eagles yet. We can touch on that quickly. Joe Flacco, big Flacc Sacc. Did we talk about Eagles already? We kind of talked about Eagles off and on. We didn't really go into a segment about it.
Yeah, we can end it with that.
Yeah.
And a little segment.
Big Sacc.
So,
Flacc.
Biggie, what's your opinion on that, Big?
On his press conference?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't hear it, right?
I didn't hear it. I just heard what you guys.
What do you think of the signing?
I'm fine with it. I don't
Because
think
me and Blanco talked. Sorry to cut you off, like we always do. But me and Blanco had a little conversation about.
Yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off, but
just kidding. Good. Just we were talking about it.
I was just
wanted to get your opinion.
No, I mean I don't really feel one way or the other. If it would have been another veteran, I'd have been like, all right. And it doesn't really move the needle for me either way. I think it's better to have a guy obviously that has a lot of experience and has played well in his career. But at this, I feel like if Flacco wins out a quarterback competition, or if he's playing in general, then we have some issues going on. So I don't know. My gut tells me I hope he doesn't have to play at all next year. But
QB1.
Yeah, if we're playing well with Hurts and we're in a playoff run and Hurts has to sit out a game, like I'm not gonna, I'll probably feel okay with Flacco playing. Or
it's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, it is a good way. Yeah,
but,
I haven't really thought about that. I haven't thought about playoffs at all for the Eagles. Not this year, at least.
Like highly optimistic.
Yeah.
But if he's playing week one, I'm gonna be like,
we're gonna win a lot of games. Big Sacc Flacc says.
Yeah. Well, hey, if he does that, and that, that'll be up there with EDN.
Yeah.
If you pull that off.
I was saying that to Dan in this show. Imagine the scenario. Wait, hold on. Imagine the scenario of, the mirror scenario. Hurts does good, brings us to the playoffs, goes down. Flacco steps in, wins us the Super Bowl. Imagine that scenario. The world would burn. The world would burn. It would prove.
Nostradamus all confirmed.
It would absolutely prove that nothing matters. Everything is chaos. Nothing is real. The world would burn down.
I would agree.
Matrix.
We would celebrate. We would all celebrate right to the very end too. We would. It would end at the parade. Like the parade would end, and then boom, the world would just end.
Yeah, it would be like that movie. In the end, the holes would just start opening up in the ground. And
yeah. Kevin Hart would be there saving himself, kicking somebody down. Yeah, I remember that movie. That's a good movie. I like that movie. Oh, about time it's been 2 episodes since we mentioned the movie on this show, and here we go. Almost the end of the 2nd episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. I watched the press conference today. I thought it was absolutely hilarious that the it's either the reporters
stone cold about it too.
The reporters know what they're doing and ask, which I'm sure they always do, or like Flacco or somebody in the Eagles organization was like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know what to make of anything. I feel like the Eagles are calculated in their decisions sometimes, but also sometimes not. But
yeah,
if they're not calculated in this, it's great, and if they are calculated in this, it's also great. Either way, it's fucking great. It's funny for drama. Because they asked him, they were like, are you going to be a mentor for Jalen Hurts? And he basically said, in so many words, nah. Nah. He's like, nah. I don't do that shit. I don't mentor shit. He said, here's what he kind of said. Here's what he mostly said. I am coming for the quarterback competition. I am bringing the fire to the quarterback room. I am not a mentor. I'm not here to be a mentor. I am here to bring the fire into quarterback, which is great. I don't disagree with Flacco. I don't think it's bad at all. If Jalen Hurts ends up being a bitch like Carson Wentz was, it would be worse on Jalen Hurts. Obviously, Carson Wentz had little bit more tenure. But like Sean on a show has said that Jalen Hurts has been in a situation like this in college and ended up being a bitch about it. So if that happens, that's another slight on Howie's resume. I'm not even looking at Hurts. I'm looking at Howie again. Like, you like to have a quarterback factory. You like to sign quarterbacks. Why'd you sign him? But that's getting ahead of ourselves, though. I don't want to go into that too much. I want to see how this plays out. I want to see how this unfolds. And let's go big Sacc Flacc / whoever is going to be our quarterback. And like Dan said earlier, we don't even know. And like when Josh asked the question, how long is it going to take for Hurts to be benched? We don't know if Hurts is going to start, man.
Yeah. And like I was telling Blanco too, like it just kind of like it's kind of fucked up again. It's like the same situation as Wentz. Now you got them bringing in quarterback controversy to put more pressure on Hurts than there should be. I mean, like it just sucks. It's just how disastrous this team is or this organization right now with just getting ready for the season, and it's like, come on, man, if they would have named them the starting quarterback, I think there would be a lot less pressure. I was saying earlier that that would have helped him. Now he's got all this pressure that he might not start, and he just brought up what Sean said. He was a little bitch in college about things, so it's messed up, and they didn't need that. Why don't give this guy a year? You could have gave him a year to see what you got with him, but they didn't want to do that. They want to bring this coach, this veteran Super Bowl MVP in to just put more pressure on her.
I think they couldn't help themselves, man. They couldn't help themselves,
And over, paid this guy too, That's just how I feel about it.
And they gave him incentives to try and take the job,
dude,
which I guess
up to $7 million, like that's
as a football team. I guess you got to look at that like that's smart as a football team. It's a team move. You want there to be incentives for every player to do their best and bring their best every day. But you just got to think like they couldn't help themselves. You would think like you don't want to spend any more cap. You don't want to spend you don't want to spend any more cap on the quarterback room. You have Jalen Hurts who's under rookie contract, and you have no other quarterbacks. You need a quarterback obviously, but you don't want to spend cap. You need to bring in weapons you need to sign all your rookies that you're gonna draft, and you need to bring in weapons. You don't want to spend any cap. I don't know how much of this goes to cap. Flacco's salary goes to cap or whatever, but I know that we're tight on cap. I know that much. So
it's just how does this help the future? Like say, Flacco does win the starting position.
Couldn't help themselves.
And like, how's it going to help in a couple years? Like, are you going to re-sign him? It's just stupid right now.
I bet you Howie has a wet dream about another backup quarterback winning a Super Bowl for this city.
And if
I feel like they really think that they can compete this year.
Yeah. I think so too.
And it's still that same formula. They're still like, oh, we're gonna go with that same formula, a quarterback and a solid veteran backup quarterback, like a good veteran quarterback that could come in and win games for us. I think that's kind of what they're thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Joe was just like, psh, FOH.
Joe, Big Sacc Flacc is like QB1, bitch. I'm QB1 in this bitch. He literally is coming in like QB1. He's like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna wreck house.
Thanks for that. Told me to say, yeah, I'm gonna be a mentor, but fuck all that noise. I'm gonna be QB1.
Yeah.
That's wild. I don't know.
That's.
It's always a show. It's always.
I mean, what's going to be, the draft is this like, it's the pinpoint of this season where we're going to know like if they get.
We got the draft soon too, right?
That's in
3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks.
Third of April, week of April.
I think the 22nd is the draft, or the 29th. One of the
23rd, no, 28th, 29th.
Well, if it's a Thursday, so it's either the 22nd or the 29th. I'm excited for the draft, and we're gonna be live for that shit. The first round, at least, we're gonna be live for that shit. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, at least the first round.
I can't wait for the draft.
It's the 29th.
Pitts. I want the lineman. I want Sewell. That's who I want. But he's probably not going to drop to us. Cincinnati's going to take him. But
I know it's just such an Andy Reid thing. It's like,
I mean, Chase or
but
Pitts. Chase or Pitts,
do it.
obviously, it doesn't matter. Chase or Pitts to me, I don't think it matters.
I think it's if he's there. I don't know. It's going to be a tough decision.
Yeah.
If both of them are there.
I don't think you. I don't think you
take
can go.
Chase, obviously.
I don't think you can go wrong with either one of those.
No.
Either one of those dudes.
I don't think you can miss on the first 6. The only way you can miss if you maybe just back up and go.
Howie says, "Hold my beer."
Yeah, I know. They trade back. I don't know, man. I think, you can't miss on the first
Marcus
6.
Smith the third. Oh, wait, that was
think
Chip.
you can.
That was Chip though, right? Or was that what pick? What number was that? That Marcus Smith the third was picked at. What number was that?
20s, I think.
Yeah, like 20.
It was that late. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was earlier than that, but yeah, it was first round. Yeah, whatever. That was we'll blame that on Chip. That's what Howie wants us to do anyway.
All right, so
we can get out of here, man.
Yoga fire, man.
It's a good show. We got a little guest appearance from Brendan. We got some comments. We got a decent amount of comments. I wish I can export all these comments and save them. Maybe I should copy and paste. Whoopsie. Hold on. Let me...
Export.
I could probably do this afterwards. I'm not gonna leave. All right. We can exit the show. 3 out of 5 ain't bad. That's a Meatloaf song.
Brendan call the stress line and do the outro like he always does.
Oh yeah. Let's see if he called. Did he call? Nope, nobody called.
Boo.
Well, this is the Quarterback Factory show, and we all hope you have a wonderful day.
We want to be a quarterback factory.
Oh, yes, we want to be a quarterback factory. Absolutely. Sean, love you. Bren, love you.
Wake up.
Hopefully you guys listen to the show, and hopefully we get more listens than we normally get. That's 2 listens by people that we normally wouldn't get. So that's 2 more listens than we normally don't get. So our numbers should be inflated this week.
Good way to look at it.
We'll see how it goes. All right. Well, hopefully the Flyers turn it around. Go Sixers. Beat the stupid ass Lakers. Fuck them. And Phillies.
Back with some Phillies baseball talk.
Let's go Phillies. We have some Phillies next week. Next week is Phillies. The Phillies talk is going to be ramping up.
The game should be over by like 6:30, so we'll have a game to talk about.
Nice.
Dan Rant might come back. Who knows?
Oh man,
we got it.
We got to do something for this opener, man. We got to do something for this opener. I don't know if we can, but we got to do something. We'll be chatting for it at least. I know that much. Maybe I'll screenshot our chat.
It'll be a good win if they beat the Braves on the first night. I would love that.
It would definitely be a big hype train win.
That would definitely start the season off.
Yeah.
Friggin' awesome if they beat the Braves on that night. Even if they lose the series, they might do that. It's going to be like.
Yeah, just that first one will be worth it. Yeah, the Sixers. The step over
first game. Oh my gosh!
Bryce Harper steps over somebody after he hits a home run.
That'd be awesome for sure.
Oh, that reminds me. I saw I gotta send you guys the picture I took. I was walking around South Street the other day, and there was one of the shops, and there was a photo. I mean, there was a T-shirt of. Iverson stepping over Trump. It was hilarious. It was funny.
Dude, I have that shirt.
You have that shirt? Iverson stepping over Trump?
Somebody gave it to me. I forget who it was.
I thought it was funny. I mean. Oh
no, it was my work Christmas Pollyanna. It's like a white elephant exchange.
Yeah, we do that at work too. We didn't do one this year though. That's awesome. So you still had a Pollyanna exchange this year, even though it's COVID?
Well, no, I got that shirt like 2-3 years ago.
No, stepping over Trump?
Yeah.
Why would that be a 2-3-year-old shirt? That's something like if somebody made that shirt 2-3 years
he
ago.
was president at that point, and some people didn't like him.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. I thought it was more funny because of the Philadelphia.
Wait.
Because Philadelphia is literally the reason why it's not the reason, but Philadelphia was the last county counted, and Pennsylvania was the last state, despite where your political stance is. Pennsylvania was the last state.
Now that I think about it, it might not be him stepping over Trump. It might be him stepping over. Who the hell is it? I don't know. I'll have to look at my.
Biden?
No, it was. It might even
Bernie?
It might even be a politician at all. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
You gotta find it and wear it on the next. You have to find it and wear it on the next episode.
Yeah,
I think
I have two.
they had the Iverson crossing over Biden when he fell on the plane steps.
No, that's awesome.
That was hilarious, dude.
That's
They got
awesome.
him good, man.
That's good.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
ones with like Stone
been endless.
Cold. It's freaking great. People just the internet's undefeated every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. If it makes it to a T-shirt, it's even better.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're done. We are done this episode. We're still live, by the way. So don't say anything vulgar like shit, fuck, damn, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Nobody's watching. But good night, gentlemen, and good night, world, and go Birds.
Good.
Love y'all.
Good.